That was quick.
If you like cheese enchiladas.
No.
No? Did you leave and come back?
Yes, I did.
I thought we were gonna like harmonize together.
So hi, welcome to FNS. I'm
And who goes first?
I know.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Father.
I'm Son.
And together, we're Father and Son. And I would just like to state for the record that no matter what TMZ tells you, Jennifer Aniston and I, we ended on good terms. Now let's go to Jer for the weather. Jer?
It's snowing sideways.
I'm so glad you said that. Yeah. I was literally, I wish you could see me. My eyes were closed and my fists were clenched. I was like, come on, Jer, say it. I'm so freaking glad that worked. Okay. Jer and I are the same person, confirmed.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, no, I never dated Jennifer Aniston. We did start this podcast in order to get chicks, but so far it is not working.
Yeah, well, my dreams sure have not agreed with that.
Jer, on that note, what do you look for in a woman? You like my segue there?
Very smooth.
Yeah.
Kind of like your college career, but that's besides the point.
That's uncalled for.
No, your college career was smooth enough.
I just mean talking about my college career at all.
In general, yeah, no, I understand. So what do I look for in girls? Well, jumping into it kind of seemed a little quick. We might want to slow down the relationship.
No. I was just kind of messing around. Like, you can set it up differently if you want.
I was trying to make a joke. Come on, I was gonna say slow down the relationship.
I didn't know.
Yeah, no. So basically, me and Evan were discussing 2 days ago, I think, or 3 days ago.
I don't know.
One of the days recently about just what we could possibly talk about in the podcast, and we just kind of brought up the subject of women and kind of like what we look for. And I feel like a lot of people shy away from that subject because they feel kind of like dirty or something weird like that talking about it. But if you're actually honest about what you look for and you're being fully serious and you use it as a time to like not just be like, I like a girl with a big rack, like that's not like, if you take the time to actually consider the situation and really do it, it does lead to good conversation, and it leads to healthy conversation even.
What I hope we accomplish here is we discuss all sides of what one should look for in a romantic partner. That
not
includes
even just for women, dudes too.
Yeah, that includes physical attraction, absolutely.
Of course.
But yeah, there's a balance to be achieved there, and most people only want to talk about. They either want to completely shy away from the fact that you're supposed to be physically attracted, at least somewhat, to your romantic partner. Or that's all they want to discuss.
Also, this is coming from 2 people who have only been in one or partial relationships. So like,
I wouldn't even call mine partial, honestly. There's been 2 girls where there was a mutual attraction that lasted for more than a month.
Yeah,
and only one of them did I actually go out with, quote unquote.
And I actually have talked extensively about part of my relationship, but I was in a relationship.
That's true. You mentioned in the last one, right?
I was in a relationship for 2 years. So basically oh my gosh, say that again. My viewpoint on it is, I know this sounds super corny and super cheesy, but if I don't like the person's personality, I'm not going to like the person whatsoever.
That's not corny. That's just common sense, though.
People are just like, oh yeah, the personality, that's why, And it's just like, no, that legitimately is the most attracting factor to me. If I don't like somebody's personality, I don't like them in general.
Yeah.
That's just who I am. But I guess I would say the personality is the most attractive thing to me. And it's weird because a lot of people shy away from the personality and they more try and like just jump into a relationship beforehand. But I think if you're friends with somebody first, then it's a lot easier to be in a relationship, because like being really, really close with somebody, or at least thinking you're really, really close with somebody, really does draw a lot more passion in the relationship and understanding. Like if you're like, a lot of the successful marriages that I've seen, the people were best friends before they ever got married, or like were in a relationship, they were best friends before they got married. They didn't have to learn about each other afterwards. They already knew. They knew what they were getting themselves into, and they still accepted to love the person all the way through. And so it's just a matter of like, are you willing to really get to know the person and not like put up with them, but go through life with them to really understand and feel what it is to go through like painful times and fun times and
Well, and
awesome stuff. And
that's kind of the lesson that I learned in my semi relationship experience,
mhm,
was that if you don't really like the person, one of the easiest ways, like if you're really experiencing doubts and you're like, man, I don't know if I really like them or if I just kind of like them or if I like the idea of them or just any of that, right?
mhm,
One of the easiest ways to tell is, are you actually interested in their problems? Like if they come to you one night and they have to complain about their day, like, are you interested in that, or are you just trying to fight through it to get to the more fun part of the situation or the relationship?
a really,
Um,
really good point.
if you're not interested in their bad days, then eventually you won't be interested in them during the good days either.
Not even just that. If you're not interested in their bad days, then you don't deserve the good days in the first place. You know, in a
Fair.
way,
Yeah.
in a way,
Yeah.
it's almost like there's
Well,
never
because
any
you
way
have
of
to put in the
quantifying
work.
that. Yeah, it kind of, but also it's like I think your line of thinking is more on the right side, in a way, because if you're not interested in that person's bad days, you never were like supposed to be with them in the first place, kind of thing,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It's very hard to, and it's been proven that you can kind of force your way through it until you get to the point where you want to listen to their bad days. And sometimes it's just a personality thing, but
But you shouldn't have to, I don't think.
you shouldn't have to. It should be that you love being around them and talking to them so much that just listening to their bad days. And it's not saying that you're going to want to do it all the time. Of course, we all
Mhm.
have our issues and whatnot.
Right.
But it should be a thing where you're just like, yeah, I feel that, like you can just listen sometimes and be there
Mhm.
for them, and it's not a bother to listen to them. You know,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you're not on bad terms, it's not an issue to want to have a conversation with them. Whereas like in some relationships, like most of the ones nowadays, I would say like a vast majority of relationships nowadays, people are just in it for the looks and in it for the game. It's a
Mhm.
game to people. And
It
to me,
really is a game.
it is a
Yeah.
game. And it's like you're playing, and the more points you get, the better you are as a person, or the more social status you have for some odd reason.
Well, the
And I
media
don't
has
know,
not helped.
in
Like
any way.
you think of all the sitcoms that kicked off in the 90s, like Seinfeld,
Mm,
Friends, they're all so based in um relationships
mm-hmm,
and the idea that all the characters have slept around or had like uncountable numbers of dates over the
mm-hmm.
courses of like a 9 or 10 season show. And I really think that can't be underestimated. I think that was probably a big influence on the last
It
couple
was a
of
huge
generations.
influence. People grew up thinking that was okay, and I still
Yeah.
think, and I worry sometimes about speaking out about that. I don't think it's all right, personally for me. I don't care what other people do, their lives, they can do what they want. Personally for me, I think it is extremely important to be in a relationship with somebody, not frivolously. You don't
Hmm.
do it just to break somebody's heart in the end, or just be in it for a little while and have some fun. Get
Yeah.
the sexual pleasure out of it and then call it quits. That's not how that works. The reason you get into a relationship is because you truly feel that you connect with this person on a level completely different than any other, and you want to spend time with them. You want to spend your life with them, kind of thing. I don't
Hmm.
believe in dating just because to date. I still believe that dating should be used, or courting or whatever should be used to find somebody to fall in love with and get married. But that's me. A lot of people aren't into that. And I'm not saying if you break, you should, like, if you date somebody and you break up, it's like you're sinning or something like that, or it's the end of the world. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that you shouldn't do it as a pastime, right? It shouldn't just be
Right.
one of
Right.
those things. Like,
Uh-huh.
and
Like
of
I'm
course,
bored. I
yeah,
want to go do this.
exactly. And that's what it seems to be now. It's just a game.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, again, for me, number one is personality, but I I'm a guy. I have physical
No, no, just leave
attractions.
it at that.
Yeah,
just
just I'm a guy.
they all know what you mean.
They know what I mean.
Like just
So,
leave it at that.
of course, there's that stuff, but
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like to look at Black
God's
Widow in her
creation. You know
superhero
what I'm saying?
outfit, but
You're just admiring God's creation. That's all it
yeah,
is.
it's something like that.
Yes,
No,
something
but
like
you're
that.
literally looking for a companion and a best friend.
Mhm.
And like, you have to look at, aside from the sexual side of things, I think it should be pretty similar to what a healthy friendship is like.
Yeah.
It's supportive. It's
Mhm.
also oftentimes about goofing around with each other
Mhm.
and being the most comfortable where you would be very uncomfortable with a stranger.
If you're afraid to goof with somebody, you shouldn't be in the relationship.
Agreed. Yeah.
If you can't fart in front of each other, it ain't a relationship. I know that seems like a joke, but it's not a joke. In all honesty,
No,
it's a half joke.
No, it's true, because that is like 2 seconds of what is supposed to be,
Mhm.
if you're married, that's 2 seconds of what's supposed to be a very, very long amount of time together.
Like,
So
honestly,
you should be able to look over that.
not even just that. Like, sometimes, like, people laugh at stuff like that, and like they find it
Right.
like stupid humor shit like that. Like, to me,
Mm-hmm.
that's the sign of a good relationship, is when you can do nasty-ish stuff around your partner, and like it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's just
Mm-hmm.
something frivolous and dumb that you can do to be stupid, or you're just so comfortable that it's okay. Like, I don't I don't mind farting in front of the boys. It happens. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah.
I don't think I should mind farting in front of my girl. That's the
Well,
thing.
if you can't do that, then that's probably a good sign that, because when is it that you don't want to think of farting? It's like during the sexual side of things, right? So if you're
Yeah.
only interested in a girl for sex,
Mhm.
then, well, actually, I should phrase that the other way. If you can't hear a girl fart, then you are only interested in her for sex.
Probably, yeah, but
Most likely,
most likely,
or
but
else you just need to like
that that's also
get it
not to
together.
say though that you should just let one rip all the freaking time. Like,
I'm not,
don't
no, no,
gas
no.
around.
We're not advocating for that by any
We're
means.
not advocating for gassing around, but still.
If you can hold it in, then there's nothing wrong with that.
It's just
Occasionally,
polite to
just,
do. I mean, you don't fart
yeah.
in front of everybody on purpose, unless you're
Hmm.
intentionally using it as a joke, like looking them straight in the eyes and just letting one rip. Like, hey, babe, like look them straight in the eyes and just let it rip. You know what I'm saying? Like, then that's comedic and it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can gas her out
Hmm.
then, but I
Yeah.
want to steer away from this as fast as possible.
It's just, God. I mean, you were the first one to bring it up, so I was just like, all right, we're going in this direction.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, I don't know. I guess maybe we should talk about like the physical side of things just for the personal. Like, I'm not gonna like be like, yo, I'm a boob or a butt guy. I'm not gonna go there. But like, we kind of
But which
talked
one are
about,
you, just for the record?
for the record.
Just tell us, Jer. Tell us right now.
I'm a butt guy, big time.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
Personally, both are overrated. I'm a legs guy. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm just saying.
I'm the entire body kind of guy. No, I if they cute, they cute. That's all I'm saying. You know what it is.
Hey, you
You
right
know what
though.
it
You
is, what it
right.
do.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's weird. I've noticed this, that the more that you find somebody appealing, like personality wise, the more appealing you'll find their like them as their body kind of thing, right? You'll
Mm.
find them physically attractive, the more emotionally attractive you find them,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
really kind of, I think, a god thing. But that's just me.
Probably so.
But no, I've also realized I'm into short chicks. I don't know why. I just am.
That was so out of the blue. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It was, but
You've just
it's
never said that
true.
like that before.
Yeah, no, it's just true, and I don't know why. I just
Oh,
really
man.
have a thing for short chicks. It's
Well,
not like a power play or
how short
anything
are we
like that.
talking? Are we talking like 5'4", 5'2"? Like, I don't know.
I,
What is short for a girl?
a good head shorter than me kind of thing.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I can rest my head on their head, and that's just cute for me. I
That's
don't know.
true. That's an appealing. Yeah, I get that.
But like, it's not like I'm trying to be like a protector or something like that, or like being domineering. I just like chicks. I like when they're kind of fiery too. I don't know. I like when they like
Oh,
kind
well,
of
who
take
doesn't?
charge. But yeah,
Yeah.
but like secret. Okay, this is for the girls out there, and every guy here will agree. Every single guy here will agree. When a girl takes charge in any situation, like romantically, it is the hottest thing on the planet. That is just it just is. I'm not even gonna argue the point. It just
I
is.
think that has to do. I think there's been studies of like, if you're socially dominant, like in a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
then you're the opposite of that in a romantic situation, and vice versa.
That would
I don't know.
explain a lot about me.
I don't know how true that is,
No, that seems very
but
true because you know me. I'm a pretty socially dominant person, but like romantically, if a girl takes charge, I'm like, ooh,
Hey.
yummy.
Oh God, don't do that.
No, but again, I'm to put it out there, put people's minds to rest. I am still a virgin. I'm okay with it, and I'm happy about it. It's not to say that I don't have like,
Sorry.
what the
No,
hell
I
is
am
that?
too.
Yeah.
That was sorry. I just had the urge to do a Simpsons character, so it wasn't even very good at that.
Sorry. No, but I don't know why I like
Well,
long hair.
I feel like I'm going to be apologizing a lot during this one because I'm going to make a lot of jokes.
It is okay to talk about this kind of stuff, but
yeah.
but no, I again, I like short. I like long hair. I don't know why. I mean, I'm okay with short hair.
Do you have a specific hair color? Because I'm a brunette guy personally.
Definitely brunette.
Okay.
They got brown hair. That's where it's at. But
Mm-hmm.
I can do any hair color. That doesn't really affect me as much. But I like brunettes more, just because like I think it's because of the relationship I was in. She was a brunette, so it's just like.
I was going to say, like, statistically speaking, if you look over the course of my entire life, the number of girls that I've had crushes on have either brown or black hair, and there was maybe like one or two blonde-headed girls, and that was it. So
I would say though, like with guys, there's two things that most guys will find attractive secretly, quote unquote secretly, and one of them I already talked about was personality. The second thing, without a doubt, eyes. Eyes can be like legitimately the one thing you'll see about somebody. You'll look at their eyes first, and you'll be like, "Holy crap, they are gorgeous."
yeah,
You know?
eyes I think are one of the, if not the most underrated aspect of
They
this.
just are. They're so mesmerizing sometimes, depending on how they are. And they're really intimate because, like, there's very few things about a person's, it sounds weird, body that you can actually intimately get like close to. Because if you're,
eyes are the gateway to the soul. It's the essence of a human being.
Oh yeah, because I said
Like I say, like that's a weird way to word it, but it's kind of true.
Yeah, no, it's right. But I mean, I told you, I said that, and you made fun of me for it, you trash bag. But
oh, you said that? Never
I
mind.
said that 2 days ago when we were walking.
Never
and
mind.
You were just like, and you laughed at me.
Jer said it. That makes it weird. I no longer stand by what I just said.
No.
No,
but no, like eyes are an extremely intimate thing because the only time you really get to study someone else's eyes or really get to like know somebody else's eyes is when you're like really, really close to them, when you can like basically smell each other's breath, kind of thing, right? Which is weird to say, but you know what I mean. You have to be that close, right? Evan, you smell pretty stanky, not gonna lie.
You can smell me through the microphone?
That was a thing. No, it's a good invention. I should invest in that.
No, you shouldn't. That's not a good invention.
I know. But no, like the eyes are just so intimate because I'm gonna be real with you, like when you're about to kiss somebody, you look right into their eyes. And you look them right in the eyes, and like it's just you and them, and everything else fades away. So you really get kind of familiar with people's eyes. And everyone's eyes are different. They're all special and unique in their own way. There's no two eyes that are the same. I don't even think genetically that works. Even if there's twins, their eyes aren't the exact same.
That's really very true because like whenever eyes are brought up, I feel like it's the same as with hair, where people try to be like, oh well, I like this hair color better. But I just think it's different. I don't think you can pick an eye color.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, you can
a hair
say
color.
blue-eyed, but like there's so many different variations on like the spectrum of eyes. Like they can have like blue eyes, but they have like a little bit like a ring of cobalt around it or something like that, or like a little bit of a darker shade, or they can have green eyes or brown eyes. And some people are really attracted to like just straight brown eyes, and they're just like, I love the way it looks because it looks like chocolate, and it's just like, cool, you're fat, but still. No, I'm kidding. I'm not saying that.
That's a super cliche
that is a
way to describe
joke,
eyes, though.
Yes, but yeah,
it was like if you write like her eyes were swirling dark cocoa brown. Like if you write that, just don't. That's my advice. Don't write it.
Too overused. Go for the wacky one. Go for like the weird like tetra eye colored like stuff where it's like 4 or 5 different colors like just mixed in somehow, which is like a super rare genetic thing, but they're cool.
Her eyes were the chestnut brown of my Indiana Jones Lego set.
That's a good line. Use it in your next book. But no, I mean, again, I already said it. A little bit of a butt guy.
Just a little.
But I if that's basically it. That's what I find attractive is people that are. And it's probably because that's how my entire the people say that you find the most attractive like whoever like is most like your mom or your dad or like your sisters.
I
And
don't subscribe to that. I don't
I
think
don't
that's
fully
true.
subscribe to that, but for me, like for my sisters and my mom, I just described them basically. They're short, they're spunky, so like, and they have brown hair and kind of curly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, I didn't mean to, but that's how I did it. My brain just goes to because like I guess because not in a weird way, but I use them as like a kind of like
Well,
a gauge
yeah,
for beauty
because
in a way. I don't know.
right, because if you have a healthy household,
Mm-hmm.
right, where like for example, if your parents have a healthy marriage, then you will subconsciously look for a partner who will give you that same
Exactly.
type of
And so that's
relationship
how I kind
and
of feel is like,
situation.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so I'm gonna tell a quick story before you talk about what you like in a woman. But before
Okay.
that, I'm gonna say a few more things more about personality wise. When I say personality, I mean, can I joke around with them? Are they funny? Like, do they actually know how to laugh at things? Are they not gonna freak out if I say something like stupid or if I'm acting dumb? Are they more like, do they understand me? Do they understand how to deal with my problems and deal with me? And they're not going to freak out if I tell them about my like issues and whatnot. Are they able to go toe to toe in a witty battle with some of my friends? That kind of stuff, you know? It's like,
And are they able to go toe to toe with someone on the battlefield, you know? Are you going to fight alongside this girl in a Lord of the Rings style, you know,
if we're doing D&D, possibly. No.
if we're doing D&D, he says.
Dude, I don't think that would be the one thing I would be really like. No, you know what? No. If I could tell my girl that I'm going out to D&D and she was like, "Can I come?" I'd be like, "Heck yeah, dude. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome."
Well,
Like,
that would be the difference though is that could you clear it with the rest of your party cuz like
if
especially among our friends D&D is one of those things that's like for the
if the
boys,
rest
you
of the
know.
boys are chill with it, then you know she's a keeper. That's all I'm
I
gonna
don't
say.
yeah, that's okay. That's
Like if the
fair, but
boys
I
are
don't
like,
know.
"Yo, that's how." Hold on, my mom's calling me real quick.
Speaking of
My
women.
droid's up.
All right, so while Jer is gone, let's just go through the hottest celebrity list. You guys can comment yours, of course, but mine is pretty basic, pretty simple. You go Margot Robbie, Gal Gadot, Keira Knightley, Zendaya, and
Your mother.
Marissa Tomei. That's the top 5 right there.
Interesting. I don't have any
I was
celebrity
talking about
crushes.
my top 5 celebrity crushes while
I
you were
know, I could
gone.
hear you.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have any celebrity crushes actually.
Lame.
I don't watch TV enough for it.
Okay, watch more TV
I
then.
mean, I can look at them and say, "Hey, that's attractive," but like I'm not like I don't like actually have crushes like a list. But like I was saying, again, if they can go toe to toe with me, wittiness and they're actually like they're fun to hang around and they're funny and they're goofy and they're not afraid to be goofy, you know. It's
Yeah.
more just like not even just humor based, but will they laugh with me? Will they cry with me? Will they be there for me and those kind of things? And will they let me be there for them? Will they let me be able to talk to them and actually have like that kind of stuff? And that's the thing is it's just like are you I guess compatibility wise. But now before you go into your side of thing, actually, do you want to do it where like we could do it to where I tell a story
Okay.
kind of like about that kind of stuff, or do you want to talk about the what you like in a woman?
Well, I mean, my taste insofar as what we've discussed is not too different from yours. Like, so it doesn't really matter when I talk about it. I think it's going to be over pretty quick.
Okay, so just give yours just right quick.
Okay, so height doesn't really matter. Um, Bossiness, a little bit. Not
A
not
little bit, a
not
little
so
bit, yeah,
not so much that it's annoying,
yeah.
but you
It's
know, there's a certain
endearing.
yeah, there's a certain degree of it where like if you're just walking with a girl in the grocery store, right? And she is just like she just like takes something off the shelf and she just like forces it out to you and like holds her arm out without even you know a word. Like you're just supposed to take it. Like that's kind
Yeah,
of hot. Um
really.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm more along the lines like if you're just sitting there doing something and she just like looks over at you and kisses you without you like having to ask or anything like that, or like she grabs your hand or something like
that's
that out of
nice too.
nowhere.
But that's nice too. But that's not a bossiness sort of thing.
I guess I'm not really bossy. I'm more of a takes charge in a way, but still, yeah. I'll see where you're going. I'll see where you're going. Keep going.
Yeah. So, like I said, brunettes usually, but it can vary. I also, so eyes like you are a really big feature for me. And like I already said, I don't think you can pick a certain color of eyes, but I will say that a great many of the girls I've liked have had very deep, dark eyes. It's the kind that you like look into and they like actually reflect the lights of the room or wherever they are.
Yeah.
That's always been super interesting to me. God, what else? Now that you put me on the spot, I'm like, it's kind of funny. I don't know that I have that many like specificities.
The time old question: boobs or butt?
I already answered that. Legs.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. because both are overrated. I hear about them all the time, and I'm just like, nobody's appreciating a nice set of tennis player legs. That's what I think.
You want her to be able to squish your head like a watermelon.
I literally did not say anything remotely like that. But thank you for putting that into my head.
So, hi, editor here, aka Jer. We've come to the point in the podcast where I personally felt that the rest of the conversation was far too depressing to just kind of shove in there, and it wasn't really conducive to the whole thing. So, podcast can be a bit shorter. 26 minutes, I think, is what was the mark? Wait, 26 and a half minutes, about, yeah. So 26 and a half minutes. Nothing crazy, nothing too bad. But I felt like this would make the podcast be a little bit better, and it's intended to just be about this one convo. Summarize what kind of happened in the latter half of the podcast. We discussed about all of these viewpoints coming from a Christian standpoint. It's just a legitimate view into the minds of dudes on chicks. And again, this is all Christian standpoints. This is nothing that you should attribute yourself to unless you are one. And even so, God will lead you the way you want to go. And if you're not a Christian, then you'll do what you need to do. You'll do what you want to do. So, just making that information thrown out there. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate it. This is gonna go up tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's kind of like 1 a.m., but it's fine. I'm rambling now. Yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Do that. Comment as well. Evan is a troglodyte. Be sure to always message that to him. That's all. Yeah, it's all. Yeah, bye.